So this is the Skull Valley Polo Club, and I'm here with Bill Clark, and he's going to fill us in on a little bit about the match. So you see the field's really big. How big is regulation?
A regulation polo field is 300 yards long by 150 yards wide, effectively 9 football fields. The field we're playing on here is more of an executive field, and it's about 175 yards by about 80 yards, so it's real fun. It would be typically 4-on-4 players. The red team here is trying to make a score, and she's moving down, and it looks like she didn't quite make that.
Yeah, I think she just missed it.
So now the blue team's knocking it back in. Every time someone misses a goal, it kind of comes in, a bit like basketball. And so the blue team's bringing it up, the red team's trying to defend, and we're not sure exactly what's happening. The red player is kind of testing the blue players, and now it looks like the red team's going to bring it back around. And here comes the big red player. So now the blue team,
oh, you hit the horse's legs there.
Trying to carry the ball forward. That's why we put the wraps on the horses, because sometimes when you're swinging for the ball, you hit your horse's leg by accident. So that's the main reason for the wraps. But now that red player comes in and hits the ball the other way.
What's that called, that swing?
That was an offside back shot.
Okay.
And it was a pretty good one too.
Yeah.
And so
offside is where they reach over the horse and swing.
The offside is on the right, and the near side is on the left.
Oh, okay.
The reason that goes back to British cavalry days. When you get on the near side of the horse, which is always on the left side.
Yeah.
Once you're up, you're on the right, which is the offside, and kind of got missed there, and now the blue team is turning it around and bringing it back down again. And Vinay hits away. Vinay is an emergency room intensive care doctor, so we love to have him out there. He's my favorite teammate.
Yes,
right. And then, the red player hits it back to the other red player, who carries it up and hopefully hits it in the goal.
Who is that good-looking guy?
I don't know, but
that's Bill, in case you're wondering. And did you make it?
There, it looks like he made it.
Should have swung over.
Well,
I believe you made it.
I must have. Even a blind pig finds an acorn now and then.
Right.
So now we're coming back. One thing that's important to notice about polo is that it's all ages. There are people as young as 16, and our oldest player is 74.
Tell us about the tails being tied up.
The tails are tied up so that the mallets don't get caught in the tail when you're swinging around behind your horse. And so here, the Chukkers ended. Everyone's riding off. It's a very friendly game. It's very social. We all hold each other's lives in our hands because we're running around on 1,200-pound animals at 30 miles an hour. So if we crash into each other, it's real dangerous. But you can see that everybody gets along, and it's a fun game.
And so this is the end of the first period. We didn't quite catch the beginning of it, but what do you call it, period?
They're referred to as Chukkers. And
then what's this?
This is a second Chukker, and you can see that was a bowl in. So a referee throws the ball in, and the beautiful woman on the big black gelding hits the ball up, and now she's going to ride up, and she's going to check up and tip it in, and we'll see if she can make the goal. And
she just missed it.
Looks like she just missed it, but that's a pretty standard break. After you have a roll in, it kind of moves, and then after someone misses, the blue team gets to knock it in now. So someone on the blue team hit it up. The blue player and the red player are kind of sparring, and then now it's been turned around. The red player and the white horse hit it backwards real hard. Now the blue team's coming back again, and you can see the one player hits it up to the blue player with the red helmet. He's carrying it up. The other player, the red player, is challenging him, and you get a real close look at what's going on there. You've got two people on two horses, 1,400 pounds, moving against each other, and at any speed.
How hard is that ball to hit with the mallet?
It's not as hard as you think, and then terrifically hard. Polo ends up being a bit like golf. You can learn how to hit it sort of, and then learning how to hit it well takes about 70 or 90 years.
Yeah, right. There's a nice goal there.
Here's a nice, the red player's bringing it up, red player's turning it. The blue team had knocked it in, the red player's moving up. What's going to happen? And oops. And it got picked up there. And now that red player, it's at a little bit off to the side. Doesn't look like he made it. But I wasn't trying real hard. A lot of our players are fairly beginner, and I've been doing it for nearly 30 years, but a few of the people out there have been doing it for 1 or 2.
And what if you're left-handed like me?
If you're left-handed, you would have had to have been certified as a player prior to 1982, when they changed the left-handed rule and no one was allowed to play left-handed anymore.
All right.
Because a bit like if you, oh, look at that pickup by that guy. He knows what he's
job.
doing. Oh, nope, what happened? So
Spoke too soon.
spoke too soon. You can imagine if a left-handed person and a right-handed person are meeting each other, sort of like knights jousting, they would hit head on.
Yeah.
So it's ideally both people are either right-handed or left-handed.
Yeah. And there she knocked the mallet out of your hand. Now, is that a penalty or anything to knock the mallet out of somebody's hand?
Yeah.
So if you aren't there certain circumstances where you can try to push the other horse out of the way?
Yes, which is known as a ride-off, and it's a bit like, boom. Oh, but I hit it into the horse.
Yep.
So sometimes when you hit it backwards, and the guy that in the white horse, that was me, hit the ball hard into another horse. So
Well, there she's kind of riding her off, right?
Yep. And riding off, kind of like checking in hockey, is one of those things that can be done, but it does have to be done with care. You can't come in at a steep angle and hit your opponent, and you definitely can't T-bone them. You have to kind of work your way up. Oh, and the ball goes up. Oh,
Still going.
what happened? Nope. Lee was there. The ball gets back up. The guy on the white horse can turn around fast. And unfortunately, that was Kathy.
So this is a new Chukker, right?
Yeah, we're back out. The man in the jeans just threw the ball in. That might normally be a mounted umpire, but in our little club, anybody on the sideline can throw the ball in. Got a little bit of a snake killing match here, and everybody's saying, come on, let's move on. And
So why did everybody stop right there?
well, with beginner players, there's some uncertainty. And
Okay.
when everybody gets a little uncertain, sometimes things slow down.
Okay.
The red player had a good play there, and it looks like
Got it
Jeff
in.
knocked the ball in. Jeff is one of our newer players. This is his second summer. He's a man of a certain age, happens to be a lawyer. And so we like to have a few lawyers out there. Doctors are good, but need some legal advice now and then with Polo. So Conrad, who just hit the ball in the blue shirt, is 73.
Wow.
And Conrad was there the first day that I started playing.
Okay.
Okay, but you can see it moves around real quick. Sarah came in, tried to make a back shot into goal, but she didn't quite make it. Vinay made it.
You got it.
Vinay
Now-
makes a back shot.
I notice sometimes they're going along, the horse can go through the goal before the ball can, right?
Yes. So,
And it can also go off of a horse and still count, right?
yes. Going through the goal is what matters.
Yeah, okay.
And so
By the way, you see how fast they're going there? I can tell you from personal experience that when I see myself riding at a canter, I am going half as fast as I feel like I'm going. So I can't imagine going that fast, but I want to give it a try.
well, it's worth trying, and it's really fun.
It looks
And,
fun.
The fastest horses in the world run around 43 miles an hour.
Wow.
That's in the Kentucky Derby. But these horses are probably running anywhere from 20 to 25 up into maybe even 30 or 35.
Yeah.
The pros go faster, of course.
Yeah.
But
she's moving there.
Sarah's pushing it. She's going at
really
least
moving.
25, maybe 30 miles an hour. And looks
I think
like
she got it.
might have made it.
Yeah, I think she made it.